Otakuology podcast with Otaku Mike and Jingraves.
Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Otakuology podcast, where we like to cover a lot of nerdy things. So again, Mike is out right now with COVID. If you guys listened to the last episode last week that we had. So with me again today is another one of my friends that's going to pimp themselves out.
What's up? I'm Carli.
And so we're going to talk about basically like slice of life in real life, manga anime, and in TV shows and stuff. Because obviously we know about all these dramatizations and everything. So anyway, starting out, the biggest one that I know of would be the one about the deaf girl.
Which one?
Fudge. There's only one about a deaf girl.
There is?
Yeah, the manga.
Oh.
And there's a movie.
I don't know why I was going to say Anne Frank. I don't know
Anne
why.
Frank. Oh no, not Anne Frank. Not Anne Frank. That's not even the right one.
I know.
You could have at least thrown out like Helen Keller or something like that. That would have been a little
That's
too
what
much.
I was thinking of. Why did I say Anne Frank?
Yeah, that would have been a little too much at that point. No, it's called A Silent Voice.
Nope, never seen that one.
So yeah,
read it.
So it's a slice of life. This boy, like when it starts out, is basically going to sit there and he's going to commit suicide, and he decides I'm going to sell off all my possessions, but when I do that, I have a couple more things that he's going to do. So he basically like has the stuff done. He puts all the money that he gets from selling his stuff off in an envelope and has it mailed to his mom. So it has to go out and come back in because he lives with his mom.
Okay.
And then he's going to off himself. But before he says that, he's trying to... there was a girl in elementary school that he met that was deaf. And he's going to go apologize to her for the last time before he...
Oh.
And so... that's kind of how it is. They turned it into like a big movie and everything too, but that's kind of the slice of life, I guess, dramatization that we're kind of talking about with that.
Yeah. How old is this kid supposed to be anyway?
Oh, he's like in high school. Like life just has him down.
Oh wow.
And then from there, like the girl keeps wanting to see him, and it just picks up, and it turns into like a love story.
It kind of sounds like the movie, the Words on the Wall, or the Words on the Bathroom Wall, or something like that.
I don't know.
Oh, you need to see that.
What is that about?
Okay, it's literally about this kid who, if I remember correctly, his parents might have divorced or something.
Right.
But he meets this girl, and they fall head over heels for each other, but he's like the weird one that ends up having like all these, basically his own brain is telling him just to end it all.
Right.
Finds out, dude got schizophrenia.
Oh.
So
that makes sense.
He freaks out in class, but she's the only one to be like, I can see you, and I actually want to be with you. And he's like, no, you don't. You don't want me, because you don't know what'll happen. She's like, I want you. I don't care what goes on. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go, with it through you, or whatever.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be here for you. We're gonna be together. I don't care. And he finally accepts it.
That kind of reminds me of like another movie that is on my list to watch, which is like 6 Feet Apart, where they're at the thing split up because of COVID. I haven't seen it yet.
God.
I just know that they have the little like broomstick to keep them like 6 feet apart.
You mean 5 foot apart?
Yeah, that's what it is. And I was like,
you would love that movie. What? Oh my,
it's on my list.
You would cry.
But
at the end,
all this stuff makes me think of, there's a TV show that only has 2. Yeah, but the TV show is called like, It's the End of the Fucking World. Mm-hmm. It's these 2 kids, and they're basically sitting there. One of them is just tired of life. Like, she's tired of her like abusive like mom's boyfriend and things like that. And then the other kid thinks like he's like Mr. Invincible because just to feel something, he stuck his hand in a deep fryer. Yeah, oh man. So he kind of like has his hand all burnt up and all this other stuff. And they actually go around, and at one point they stop at this doctor's house because they're kind of just joyriding around the country. And they stop at this guy that is like an art teacher or something. Mm-hmm. And he actually would brainwash girls into sleeping with him. Oh. Yeah. And then I think he was like a killer. Well, they ended up like killing him in his house.
The girls?
The girl and the guy.
Oh.
And then it just kind of went from there. And it's crazy. But, I mean, you'll have to check that one out too. But that just makes me think of like all this slice of life.
Yeah.
You know, kind of stuff, and actually like watching it in a TV show. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. Which makes me think of another one that we were kind of talking about, which is Euphoria. And I know you're done watching it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not. Because
the new one comes out like tonight. The episode 3 comes out tonight at 9. And I'm waiting for it.
So when this episode drops, it'll actually be tonight. So yes. You gotta wait 2 weeks.
Yep.
But, you know, it makes me think about that and how we have stuff that happens in life that is slice of life, and how as like a creator, not me as a creator, but like a writer-creator that writes manga or anime or a TV show, how they try and dramatize it and everything. And then, like my night last night, where if it was actually written as like a episode or whatever, people would have been like, oh, I fucking love this character. He is so cool. You know, so they would totally love my character, and my brother's character probably be like, oh my God, what's going on? And then hate this other character that was involved because, oh my God.
It was that bad?
It was that bad, guys. It was that bad. So, one of my friends, I recently broke up with my girlfriend that I had kind of for part of the year. We just decided to split ways, and that's a whole kerfluffle on that.
That's
but
too much.
We were getting out of that, and so my brother's kind of like, oh, well, I know this other girl that's just perfect for you. And so the friend actually set up where we were going to hang out and have like a board game night. And let me tell you, this was the worst night of my fucking life. Not even the worst night. It was the worst 2 hours, 3 hours. Did your friend at least apologize for this? It was a nightmare, yes. I thought they were going to bring me, like, donuts this morning. Like, I would have almost guessed that if they could have gotten, like, donuts and alcohol, that would have been what I would have gotten this morning.
Dude, that's, like, the best fucking combination.
Because it was a nightmare. It was such a nightmare.
Did you wish it was, like, a dream?
I wish it never happened. I wish it never happened. It was a nightmare from hell. I now have to question. I mean, I don't have to question my sanity so much. Well, yeah, I do. That's what I have to question. But I have to question my knowledge on some shows and things like that because I was fucking scared on some accounts of this stuff because I was like, hey, you know, this isn't going to be so bad. You know, it's nothing. Uh-huh. And I thought maybe it was just because said person, you know, was a little rough around the edges. No, the night just kept getting worse. A little. So it was bad. I don't think my friend and everybody else that was there with this other person actually knew like the severity of stuff. Because there was so much like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hate myself. People will know when I do this, though. But it was kind of like emotional damage. That's from TikTok, guys. If you don't know, that's one of my favorite ones. But that's what this shit was. It was
emotional damage.
Yeah, it was complete emotional damage in all kinds of way. And I don't think it was just emotional damage for me and the other person that I was there with. It was emotional damage for everyone.
Except for her.
Yeah, except for this person. Because it was just insane. And I don't quite know how to put it. But when it comes down to it, I have to question at some extent why question to some extent why.
You were put in the situation?
Why the situation happened the way that it did, and how everything just kind of kept going. Like, and like I said, you know, I feel like my character, if this was a show, people would have been, I love this guy.
It would have been the most cringy shit, though. It was
definitely cringy. For a one-time character that would have been in the show to be that cringy,
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall, though. Just
oh my gosh. You could have been there. You could have been there.
No.
You could have, should have, would
I don't
have
want
been
to be there.
Because, I mean,
I don't think I would want to be there. Because, like, I would be the one person in the background with the facial expressions and the mouth to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my gosh. And I might have had that. I don't know what my face was the entire time. I was just trying not to make, like, any facial expressions because of how bad this was.
Oh, see.
Like, especially after getting bitched out whenever I make a side joke about something. You know, like, I try to make people laugh. That's what I do. I'm an entertainer. Obviously, we're recording a show right now together. Right. Like I do all the time. So, you know, entertainership or whatever. But for this person to sit there and kind of, like, throw a bunch of this shit under the bus and be like, oh, hey, let me just tell you, it pisses me off whenever you talk, whenever you make side conversation or do any of this other stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to clam up.
And okay. They wanted it this time.
Right. And they just kind of went from there, which, I mean, you know, we had a little fiasco with them earlier in the day. That was pretty weird. But, I mean, when people go, I can't make this shit up, that's exactly what this was. Like, I can't make this shit up.
It was some horrible
But it gave me an idea for this episode, so it's pretty good. That's why we're going to sprinkle some of this craziness in with what we're talking about with anime and manga and TV shows and things like that. All related to slice of life and versing it against real life. So...
this is some shit you really don't want it to happen in real life. Oh my god.
No shit.
This was one of them.
Definitely. I wish that I would have read this in a manga or seen it on a TV show versus it really happening to me. Because
maybe then you would have known how to act and get out of there.
Dude, maybe I wouldn't have been so scarred. I was sitting there like, Jesus Christ.
No, because he called about it like midnight.
And then I could just like hear the little Asian guy over on the other side. I will send you to Jesus. I heard that like almost the entire night. Like that's what I felt. I was about to get sent to Jesus. Okay. So it was just so bad, guys. So bad.
He was so traumatized.
Things that Jingraves tries to not get himself into, but gets put into it because of another person. I have no idea. Especially when it's a big mistake. I don't know. But, yeah, like I said, it would make a great TV show. But picking into other things, you know, there are some other TV shows that I feel like are good dramas that are things that we see in everyday life. Sex Life, I think, is a good one, which, you know, I know that was a big show, like, not that long ago. As well as, like, Euphoria. Euphoria is fairly new.
Oh, God.
There's just some other ones. But when it comes down to, you know, we do have that dramatization. It seems like that. And I think a lot of us think whenever we binge watch shows or something like that, that it's not really a thing that is going to happen to us or anything else like that. Because we're watching it. It seems like it's all fake. It's something that's not real.
Yeah.
But even like, you know, like our cyberbullying episode, like saying that shit happens like that, you know, that's kind of a thing with this. Like, it does happen. So,
yeah.
I can't lie about it. I'd like to, but I can't. There is a good amount, though, of just this shit that I don't know what to say, you know. Like where I'm at in Euphoria, I know is like where one of the football player guys kind of, you know, is getting hazed and everything and is upset. And he takes it out on his girlfriend, which is very cringy. And
Oh yeah.
even though she still loves him and whatnot, it's very forceful in this. I would say that it is pretty close to like what's it called? Not like rape, but like
it's like borderline, honestly.
Yeah, it's borderline.
She gets uncomfortable and we get uncomfortable. And
this
I'm like,
is true.
Okay, so you're thinking of Chris and Cassie.
Yeah. I'm not good with names.
I know. I always mixed up Cassie and Maddie.
So anybody that knows these names, here you go.
So Chris is, Chris and Cassie get together. Love it. But it's like, as soon as they get to having their first time, here come the guys and they haze. We think at first,
Which was it their first time? Because I thought they got together before.
I think she was much more comfortable in this situation at first.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, she was the one who kind of made the move with him to be like, okay, let's go ahead and do it.
Right. Well, like I remember that how he got first triggered into going after her was he saw a video of her sleeping with some other dude.
Nate, that was his best friend, because he showed everybody. He recorded it. Just like somebody else we know. But we're not going to go into that part.
Recorded stuff?
Yes.
Somebody else we know?
Yes.
Oh, we're talking about in the show?
Yes.
I'm not there yet.
I know.
I know you're like season 2, and I'm like...
No. This happens in season 1.
Oh, just at the end?
And you should have happened in like the beginning.
Maybe I don't know this.
When you first met what's that girl's name?
I don't know. This started out
because she's really new.
This started out as my sleepy time show, and then it just kind of went from
Good
there.
Lord, man.
What?
That means that your brain should already know what I'm talking about.
Hey, it just went as my sleepy time show, and then I started watching it like the next day when I woke up. I was like, man, this shit's pretty good.
Okay, you remember Jewel though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember me?
Jules the man?
Yes!
I can see that. What? I thought, yeah, I can see that.
Jewel is trans.
Okay.
And in real life too, by the way.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense now.
Dude.
Because I was really questioning where the guy was printing out the pictures of the one part on that. And then I realized, okay.
Really it is?
I didn't know that. No.
You didn't have your suspicions?
I didn't.
We did.
Because there weren't really, the only time, after I had my sleepy episode, I watched, the first 3. Mm-hmm. And then, I watched, the next 4.
Oh, good Lord.
There wasn't really anything, either Jules was always drunk or was always, doing something somewhere else. But I always had a suspicion about something.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, this character's off in some way, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that and...
So now I know.
Did you meet Cal, the dad?
I did. He slept with the other character I wish was around more.
Jewel or Kat?
No, the guy that was only in it, once. He goes to the motel to actually, hook up with the guy, and then he's like, oh, hey, da-da-da-da, and he goes... as a father that's supposed to be straight, I wonder if my boys are angry because of something inside of me. And then the other guy's just talking to him
just sitting on the bed and whatever else. Okay, yeah.
I can't remember that person's name.
We didn't know their name. They didn't have a name.
I think they had a name, but it was a stage name. They were like, oh, you can just call me Sparkle or some kind of bullshit like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant they don't really have a real name. Yeah. They had a stage name.
Yeah, but I wish that person had been around a little more because that character is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean
But in that same episode, you should have also seen something else that I probably would spoil for you again.
I'm just gonna have to restart because
Or you want to just say it? Because I feel like you've seen this part. You've seen this part of the scene in the episode. You just don't remember.
Does it involve my favorite character?
No.
Okay, because my favorite character is the other girl.
Kat, or
yeah, Kat.
Okay. Cat is something else. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Cat,
I'm not far enough to know her where she ruins me spiritually. Okay?
She doesn't ruin me spiritually. She just... Good Lord, Cat. What are you doing? Like, oh my god.
I can tell you that. Emotional damage. That's what it is.
Right?
She's like, let me get my little checklist. Emotional damage. Click.
It was just so...
Then she takes it and she marks this and she goes, I'm gonna send you to Jesus, okay? And then she just emotional damage you and she's just checking them off, okay?
I'm like, you know how many times I had to pause this to be like, what the fuck is she doing?
Oh, Cat?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I really questioned the nun outfit. Like, I thought it would be great, but then when it was like like a latex nun outfit, I was like...
Because she's trying to be something she's not.
Really?
Because she kept telling everyone, oh yeah, you know, I have sex with a whole bunch of people. And I'm like...
I would have preferred her to be in leather, just saying, but...
She eventually gets into that whole leather shit.
But the latex is kind of weird. I'm just saying, I don't like weird, shiny latex stuff like that.
She gets weirder.
Because, you know, then my emotional damage...
Your emotional damage is not even here.
My emotional damage that gets into like American Horror Story and people in gimp suits. That's kind of what it makes me think of.
Let me tell you something. Someone showed me American Horror Story one time and I was like with my cousin or whatever.
Oh. Emotional damage?
Oh my god. Before emotional damage was even a thing.
Oh no. I feel like they made you watch like Hotel.
I don't remember what it was. I told her, cut it off. We're watching Harry Potter.
Oh, my God.
And it was like, we were in Georgia.
See, so whenever you start watching it and you get through season 1, I really feel like, because there's that little gremlin thing in it, and if you watch American Horror Stories, which are like little bitty, like bite-sized things that could fit into it, that are just random, they use that prop again of that little, like, you know, crazy, like, animal doll thingy of the baby, and it really just makes me think about like the weird stuff about American Horror Story.
I don't know what this one was. I just remember everyone being in like the middle of nowhere. It looked like a circus.
Oh,
we met a lady.
Freak show,
I guess.
Yeah,
you know how long ago this was? This was like 4 years ago.
That's probably like season 3. I mean, it works out, you know.
I don't know. We were watching it on a PlayStation. That's all I got.
Oh my gosh! But there, you know, there's things like that just made me think, huh? That's crazy.
Like, could this really happen?
No.
No.
No, that is not slice of life. That is like, hey.
My mind always goes to this. Like, this could really happen, you know.
Hey, what's up? Well, you know, like they had one episode that was set up like that, which was what was it? It was the one where Evan Peters had the blue hair and he ran for government.
Oh,
like,
God.
Like, they set it up and it could, like, the whole time you're watching it and you're like, this whole thing could actually be real. There's no ghost in it. There's nothing else. It could actually be, like, a real thing. And it's really funny, just that entire, like, one, because you sit there and you get to the end and then you go, oh, my God. Like, even though it's American Horror Story, like, this could be fucking real. I mean, that's how, like, fucked up it gets. But it just, with that one, fits into our life, slice of life category with this.
Yeah.
Because of really how fucked up it gets. But that is stuff that actually could happen with that whole entire setup of that. I just can't remember the name of it.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's bad. If we have another, like, season like that, I don't know what I will do. Because it was weird. And then, you know, we had that come out, and the guy thought that it was good because we had it was aired basically when the first thing happened with, like, the Donald Trump election. It was,
oh, God.
Yeah, it was bad.
Can we not go through that again?
President. And this guy goes, yes.
That whole presidential election was just cringy.
Well, I think that was another thing that hit it home, really, because when it was in the TV show, and you know American Horror Story is always borderline between, like, the slice of life and then adding the weird to it.
Like
and
The
so,
Simpsons?
kind of.
Okay.
And so how this one did it is it added that in, and since it was stuff that we saw that was really going on, it made it feel that way. And then we got into it, and as you're watching it, you're like, oh my God, and it just kind of unfolded more and more, because then it actually made it feel like it was more at home, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just...
You gotta see what happens?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know, like, so back to Euphoria.
Euphoria is getting crazy. I feel like I need a stiff drink when I watch this.
Oh my gosh.
Like, let me tell you something. Zendaya is doing great with this.
Right.
But, Lord have mercy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, things like that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the weird thing though, thinking about it, like, is how different slice of lives, like, come to be, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So, like, the funniest thing is this one that Trey really likes, which is Pretty Little Liars.
Oh my God.
Like, Trey used to watch that.
Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and crawl on the roof real quick and just jump off. I'm not going through that travesty.
I'm pretty sure it was one of his favorites. I had him and, like, one other friend that I think watched it. And it was always just really like, really?
A travesty.
Really? You want to watch
everything.
this? Yes. So I always thought it was just super funny. But thinking about it, like, Pretty Little Liars is kind of like one of those shows as well that fits into like a slice of life, because it is, it's something that doesn't have supernatural like aspects to it, So
they could have kept that shit.
I just think it's really funny.
They could have kept that shit. Every time you turned around, I didn't watch it personally. Let's just start there.
Oh my God.
So there were people who I knew watched it.
Right.
And every time they talked to me about it, they were always like, oh my God, this happened. We don't know what happened to this character. But they were always going off about this one chick in the beginning.
Oh my God.
Who couldn't get her finger right in the middle of her mouth.
That would be off.
It'd be off every time.
Like on one side of her nose?
Yep, it'd be like over to the right, way over to the left. She'd be so close to the middle, but it not there. And I'm like...
God. Now I want to know. I want to know this now.
If you watch, like, literally the opening, the intro,
yeah,
you'll see it. That she could not, for the life of her, after so long, put it in the middle.
Jesus Christ.
They made that a meme for, like, the longest. But everyone that I knew who watched this show was always like, I don't know what to do with myself, because now we got to figure out what happened to so-and-so. Well, now we got to figure out if so-and-so really did this. And I'm like, I don't really understand the concept of this whole thing, and I don't understand how y'all are getting drawn into it, because I can't.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, and I can't tell you that. Like, one of my shows that was like that was, like, Lie to Me.
What?
Lie to Me.
I don't think I saw that one.
So it talks about, like, micro signs in your face. So, like, when somebody says something, like that. Like where, like, muscles in your, like, face and different things like that, or in your hands. Mm-hmm. Like, most of the time, if somebody said something that really, like, pissed you off, your face says it. There's something about it.
Oh, hell, then that's me all the way.
And so, like, it's micro signs. And this guy, that's how they would figure stuff out. And he'd be like, he'd walk into the thing and he'd be like, no, this guy's lying. But it was British guy. So this bloke's lying, okay?
Oh, wow.
And they're like, what's he lying about? He goes, I can't tell you that. I just know he's lying. So then he would like kind of like ask questions and trigger him, where then it would kind of tell him more. And he could like kind of get pretty close, but not all the way. So Lie to Me kind of, I guess, seemed in an extent like the Monk kind of stuff. Or like even Sherlock Holmes, because that actually has like roots of like actual things that happen. It could all be fake.
Yeah.
But that's where is it Benedict Cumberbatch? Is that his name? The guy that plays Doctor Strange?
Oh, Benedict.
Yeah, that's who.
I can't say his last name for the life.
Cumberbatch. Say it. I want to hear it.
No.
Cumberbatch.
Because it sounds so wrong.
Cumberbatch?
Say it slow.
Cumberbatch. It just makes me think of a cucumber. I'm sorry.
That was the first part.
Let me tell you a name that makes me thrown off.
What?
Cummings. That really throws me off. Like, if there's ever someone that has that as their name, I, like, secretly laugh. Like, if I ever have to look up somebody in the office or anything like that,
Wait.
it throws me off.
Because the one thing that throws... I had to go there. Cummings is coming.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just made it up.
I feel like that's from a thing, though.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. But it makes me think, like, military stuff, too, you know? Like if you ever see in movies where they like know what it is and it'll be like Private whatever.
Oh.
Private Harry.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. And you're like, no fucking way. No way is that guy's last name for that to be.
Dude.
Private Cummings?
Oh, wait. Someone's name is always Dick.
That's true. Private Dick?
Yep.
Private Dick.
Yeah.
Or their first name where their sergeant, then their sergeant is like their mama. And it's like, I gotta say, not only am I gonna say your first and last name,
Yep.
but instead of your middle name, you got private added onto it or corporal or something. So it'll be like that. Private Rusty Johnson.
Oh, God.
Rusty Johnson. So you'll get like just off the wall stuff like that. But slice of life, right?
Right?
You know, there's other ones like that I really enjoy though. Like I said with Benedict Cumberbatch, like how we have oh my God, Sherlock Holmes. Mm-hmm. So those ones are really good, even though they're kind of dramatized and everything. You know, it's stuff that could really happen, you know, to an extent, because there's not mind control or anything else that's like that. And, you know, it's all kind of rooted into like different parts of like psychology. So
yeah,
it's really fun in that aspect. But I mean, and then we just get a bunch of other shows, honestly.
Honestly, have you ever seen the movie Gifted?
Maybe.
It's where this little girl whose mom was like known as like this great mathematician.
Yeah.
The grandmother was so overly obsessed with both of her kids being the greatest people in the world that she pushed them to their absolute limit of knowing everything mathematical.
Oh my God.
The son, who we think is the dad of this child, which is really the uncle, is raising her. Because the mom...
Oh, okay.
You know.
Oh, she offed herself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
With what?
We don't know with what. We just know she's...
I feel like we were about to play the actual game of Clue here. She offed herself in the bathroom. With what? Well, she did it. Oh, yeah? What'd she do it with?
We don't know.
She did it with the knife.
We don't know what
did she?
Right.
But
then, like...
Or like if you watch those shows where it's like, okay, well, this person got shot, but then they were drowned, and then they got hung.
Well, which one did it first?
They're like, what actually killed them? Oh, well, it was a combination of the three. You're shitting me, right? Trying to cover this up, and you're not helping.
Right? Like, what?
Right. But I think things like that, you know, getting back to like, I'm sorry, it made me laugh again. I was like, oh no. But it makes me think about it, right? It makes me think about like our thing of slice of life versus real life, and how like crazy some of the dramatization of that stuff has to be so over the top. And then we have things that happen in real life that actually match it, and you're like,
oh my God,
no fucking way.
Yep.
And I mean, like, so the other thing is Carli and I are coworkers and everything as well, and so we watch shows together or whatever on our lunch break. And so she's been watching like Wife Swap, which is in and of itself just insano. Which, I mean, I'm surprised really there's not some kind of like, there probably is. I just thought about it.
What?
I was going to say, I'm surprised there's not like an anime Wife Swap, but there probably is. It's probably just a hentai.
Probably.
Wife Swap?
And we haven't found it yet.
Right?
Wife swap over here, good lord.
Right? And so, like we have that, but then, I've been watching like a bunch of like the murder documentaries, and I watch it sometimes and they start saying, oh, well, this person did this and they did that. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way they did that. that. And I want to be like the person in the back, that motherfucker is lying to you.
You're going to pull a Cat Williams.
Who's going to sit there? Exactly. Who's going to sit there and take it that long? And then you realize, like, oh, yeah, there are some psychotic people out there that would sit there and take the time to do that shit. Like,
exactly. And they look at everything meticulously. Like, they make sure, I should make sure I don't get caught.
Right.
Why can't you do this shit in real life?
Right.
Like, apply it to your job or some shit.
This is true. This is very true.
Because you got people at their jobs who just don't do shit.
Right. Hey, you could be at a different job and these skills would be good. That's what we need.
Right.
Maybe. No, because it would turn into fantasy. I was going to be like, well, what if there was like a team of people that like right before the person was going to kill some motherfucker, poofed in and was like, hey.
You make it sound like Umbrella Academy or something.
Kind of.
Okay.
But they poofed in and they were like, hey, your skills could be a lot better here. Let's do it. And then they take them somewhere else.
The Kingsman. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That's got to happen first, though.
Right.
But, like, there we go. Well, we kind of just made it like slice of life instead of supernatural. Right. But, oh, yeah. And then just seeing some of the other stuff like that where it comes into play. And then you find out, like, in real life, some motherfucker did something crazy like that.
Right.
And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, my God.
Because at the end, they're always like,
did this happen?
This is based on a true story. The hell?
Right? Or, like, they throw up the disclaimer, the things you may see are graphic violence and graphic in nature and may not be suitable for audiences. Audience under a certain age.
Yep.
And to really, like, focus on that. And then they go back and they give you the dramatization of it. And you're like,
this didn't fucking happen.
Really?
Are you sure this happened?
And then they really throw it at you and it's like, that happened. This is real. Mm-hmm. And then you have to sit there and think about, well, what are they not telling you? Because obviously there was more to it.
Like, what led up to this point?
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some stuff like that. Like Unsolved Mysteries, I love that one. I'm watching the Women Killers one right now. And then there's a Sleepwalker one that's being advertised I want to watch.
Oh, God.
On Hulu. And I'm like...
And here I am stuck on SVU and Criminal Minds.
You should not pick big ones that are like that. Even though those ones do fit the same thing too. Ain't nobody throwing fireballs in that.
Right.
But I mean, we get a lot of stuff like that. So anyway, I fully enjoy some stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So anyway, guys, we're gonna take a short break. We will be back. I hope you will be too. And
most def.
Yeah.
We're getting into it.
We are getting into it. It's about to be heated the second half, okay?
Wait, what's Kevin Hart's thing? It's about to go down.
Is that what it is?
Yes, he told a story on that. That's something I can tell you that later.
Oh my God. Okay. So stick around for the second half, guys. We will see you in a second. Listen to Mike, because obviously he can't be here. He's here with us in spirit, though.
Yeah.
And in ad space.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey everyone, and we are back with the rest of our show. I hope you guys liked that little snippet where you guys got to actually hear Mike again with our advertisement. But obviously, like I said before, Mike is not here due to COVID reasons. And we will continue with our show, Slice of Life versus Real Life. What?
I said, let's go.
Yeah, so still with my co-host for this enchanted evening, or daytime or whatever it is. It's Carli, my coworker.
Hey.
So we are still covering basically this slice of life stuff versus like things that happen in real life. So during the break, we were kind of talking about different things, and I can't remember the name of this movie, but we were talking about it, and it made me think about some other movies. So there's this movie about an escort that basically she lies to the lady that is paying her to focus on stalking her husband, and this girl just comes up with this random shit about it. And she basically is into the wife. And at some point, while she's talking about, being with the husband, she ends up sleeping with the wife and all this other stuff. And like I said, can't lie to you. At some point, she knows like kind of the wife's life and all this other stuff. She ends up getting with the son of the lady and like really giving a good time, basically making him fall in love with him. And then everybody in the family finds out, and she ends up falling out a window and dying. But it's a crazy movie. You gotta watch it. I think it's called Emma though. But that also makes me think of like the movie Ron John, some of the other ones that we have that are like that are slice of lives, that are things that actually happen, And
I'm still stuck in the part where you killed the lady at the end.
Oh man, she died. She's like,
she just went out the window?
Yeah, she like was backing into the window and like told her like kind of sort of like, I loved you, you didn't really love him because you let me investigate him, kind of sort of, and we slept together and da da da.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
Snapped.
Yeah.
Snap. Why are you gonna say it like that?
Snap.
Why are you gonna?
Well,
you
could also do like schnacky.
No.
Schnacky?
No.
Schnacky.
No, it just really sounds like one of those shows that'd be like, or just like in real life where someone just really lost their fucking mental state.
It's true.
And it was just like, you know what? That was my last straw. I'm done with you.
Right. Well, I mean, and we have other stuff like Chuck and Larry, where it's Adam Sandler and the other guy basically playing a gay couple. I mean, we got so many different slice of lives, which like my genre for like slice of life stuff is comedy. I really like that stuff because you don't really have to have like the too sci-fi stuff,
right?
But then they actually sit there and they tell you jokes, so it's entertaining.
Mine's more on the cringy side.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like the real life cringy?
Yes, but you know that because of the stuff that I watch.
Sometimes, SVU and NCIS.
But
things like that.
It's the other stuff too.
But, well, and then, I mean, we also have like The Purge that technically could be like a real thing.
You know what? I think everyone at one point thought that The Purge was really going to come in real
let
life.
me just tell you, I fucking hated The Purge.
I didn't watch it.
The funny thing is the ex that I had that I dated, like, was like, oh, you've never seen it? Like, you have to watch this. It's like the best. And then I like sat down and I watched it. You remember like me finishing it at work, and I get done and I'm just like,
wait, was that the one I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. In that show you're watching?
Yeah, I was like, dude, this show sucked.
Dude, he was so emotional. Emotional, damn it. Yo, there you go.
There you go. That's what we gotta throw in there. Emotional damage. But
he was emotionally distraught.
Oh, I mean, like all that stuff. Like,
I couldn't focus on my shows because he was over there doing this. Oh my god! Oh my fucking! Like he was just losing it.
Oh no, that wasn't it then.
That wasn't it.
No, that wasn't it.
Was it something else?
Yeah, it was something else. You're talking about one of the episodes I was watching of The Deadliest Women or whatever.
Yes,
that's what I was saying. Like, oh my god. My fucking god. What the fuck?
Yo.
Like,
I promise you. He paused it at one point and just looked at me. He was like, oh my god.
I remember doing that. I think we were, like, I was still eating and I just put it down. I was like, I need a moment, okay? Like.
He needed a whole moment.
Like, there's so much stuff. Like, when some of this stuff happens, I'm just like, really? Because I get dumbfounded by it, which, like I told you last night. Last night, I feel like I was really dumbfounded about that shit, too. That was some bullshit. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
I stared at the wall when you were saying this because I really couldn't even deal.
Oh, man. Well, and I felt like when I got off the phone with you, like I was hoarse, even though I didn't like yell with you.
Yeah.
I was yelling with the person I called before you and the person before that. And I was like...
You were a bit more chill with me.
Yeah, oh, man.
It was like you were going off on them. Like they were the reason.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why this happened. Why? And then I wanted to be like, do bad things happen to good people?
Well, that is a saying, though.
Yeah, and it just really threw me off because that was like that night was just from like a nightmare. So I'm not gonna lie about that because there was so much stuff that was done. And
in those 3 hours.
And I understand like some of the things that the person was trying to get at, but in that time frame, I understand the insight of, hey, you can listen to me or you don't have to. It's up to you, and I get that, but most people have the respect to do that.
Right.
And they're not going to turn around and tell you to fuck off like every 5 seconds. And, they're going to continue to do stuff like that. So you don't have, like, that big of a problem. But the thing is when you sit there and you point out something, like you're blunt about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're always blunt and then you're turning around, hey, fuck you, I can't be sorry about this, and bringing it up, that really makes it sound like you're the asshole at that moment.
Right.
Because there's some people that are assholes and they still play it off really good.
Right.
And then there's people that are openly assholes, but then there's still like a silver lining. This one was like no silver lining, nothing. It was just complete asshole. Yeah, like, hey man, we're trying to shoot some hoops and nothing but net. That's what this was. Just in a bad way.
Is it kind of like the movie White Guys Can't Jump or whatever?
No, it was like Mike.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to say on that one.
Right?
I don't.
We had a Mrs. Doubtfire moment.
Oh God! Wait, was it?
Janet.
Wait, which one? The one where the guy was choking on the Cajun pepper in the shrimp, or when she made her boob catch on fire?
The boob catching on fire was funny.
Or the part where she lost her face.
Yes, that one. That one. It was the whole moment. When you're sitting there and you're kind of giggling about something, when the kids see him in his suit and he turns around and they're like, oh my God.
When he's in the bathroom?
No, in the bathroom putting on the woman suit.
Oh.
And the 2 little Asian kids are sitting there and they're like laughing about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the mask falls off and it goes in and the street cleaner gets it and runs over the mask.
Oh, God.
That's what it was.
And the brother's like, be easy with this one. She's old.
Right. That's exactly what it was. But except there wasn't the brother saying, hey, be easy with this one. It was the brother saying, hey, let me know the next time I need to make you a mask with needles in it. Because that's what this shit was.
Right.
So, I mean, oh, man. Oh, gosh.
Now I gotta go back home and watch Mrs. Doubtfire.
Dun it.
Oh, my.
Dude looks like a lady. Yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the best song.
So that's what this was. And I have to say that in this one instance for me, that real life did trump slice of life, okay? I just got to say that because this was like a fucking nightmare. And I remember telling, I think you were like my third or fourth person, I told it to, because I had to talk to the person that was involved, the other person that invited the person to this little soiree that we had with a good group of people, and how they made everybody feel really weird. And then having my other person, my brother actually, was there and talking to him, and then talking to my brother on the phone, talking to you, and then waiting for Mike to get back with me out of his COVID coma. And
you need a whole
and how
therapist.
It was. Oh yes,
you need a therapist.
I need a therapist and a deprivation tank where I can just go in there and just let it all seep out. like with nothing.
Don't let it be like on the Cure for Wellness.
And when they put you in the deprivation tank, you know, you're only supposed to be in there for like an hour. I need like a good 5. Okay, I just need everything to be drained out of me at that
point. You're just gonna be like delusional.
I'll get out of it and be like, my precious. And then it'll be like, I probably need a sandwich, okay?
Right, you need something. Need some sunlight after that.
Or go into the deprivation tank and then come out of it and go into a shot.
At that point, we're going to give you a shot of tequila.
Oh my God. A couple shots of tequila at that point. Couple. Yeah. Oh, yes, a couple.
Oh,
because that is like, that nightmare fuel has definitely scarred me for fucking life. I didn't know that people came that way or were made that way or were engineered that way or...
Just in general,
or anything else like that. Yeah, like I know there's a good amount of like us, like
who aren't really normal.
Even like some of my friends on Instagram that like cuss, and people will point it out because they cuss a lot. Like my good buddy Heartless Weeb, I'm gonna throw him out there. Heartless Weeb.
Jeez.
Because I remember this little conversation we had when I invited him on, and I already knew like how he was, kind of, sort of. He's like, I cuss like a fucking sailor. It's gonna happen. You know, do I need to like tone it back? I go, no, be yourself. Like if we sit there and like the show gets X'd and we have to put a disclaimer on it because there's too much fucking cussing from him, me, and Mike, then that's what's gonna happen. But it hadn't happened yet, so
you're in the clear for now,
right? So anyway. But this was like definitely one of those like past that. Yeah. It wasn't like you know, like a good buddy that cusses too much and all that. This was like nightmare fuel.
Oof.
Yeah, this was like a scary movie.
Oh God.
In slow-mo as
so like Happy
somebody
Death
like
Day?
No, like somebody really fucked up. And, like, they had the Scream movie going.
Oh.
They had a Scream movie going.
Yeah.
And then, as the projector was running, it was one of those weird rooms where it was, like, 3 movie theaters were based off of them. And then, like, Halloween was playing, and Freddy Krueger was playing another one. And somebody fucked up the reels. And they all started feeding through one machine. So you just get, like, Freddy coming at you and Jason coming at you with the machete. And then you get
at that point
the other guy with the knife, and you're like...
Burn it all.
Right?
Don't even stand there. Burn it and run.
And then the worst part is after you go through those traumatic experiences all in the same movie that, you know, is all happening, we're whining together. You walk out and somebody's wearing a pig mask like they were in the Saw fucking movie just because they want to have a good laugh in a scary movie. So that's kind of what this was.
See, that sounds like a nightmare that you trying to wake up from.
Yep.
And you can't.
See,
you just can't.
Well, the other thing is, and my friends started really cracking up about it because I went straight Spanish. I was sitting there, and they know, like, if something really bad happens, I stop speaking English, and I go, "Ay, papi! Papi!"
So you're telling me if we ever get in a situation... You're just gonna go from English to fucking Spanish?
There's probably more. There might be some Chinese in there. It might
Good
be.
Lord.
It might be like "Domo arigato, papi." Or.
See, at some point, I'm gonna just go straight Chicago on your ass and just be out.
No, because then you made me think of the Chicago movie. Be like, why'd you kill him? And then I'm gonna imagine you holding me as a little puppet. And then I'm going to be like, well, at least this was a better experience than the fucking experience I had that night, okay? Because that experience was some shit.
I'm dead.
But yeah, no, it was a nightmare, guys. I just want you guys to know that. If I haven't iterated it enough, it was a fucking nightmare.
I think they get it now.
because, I mean, so much. So much. I don't know. I can't say any more about it.
Traumatized.
Yeah, like, and I'm already like tired of like talking about it because I think I told the story so much. So I don't even feel like I really gave y'all like a good chunk of the story in this.
Oh, no, because you're trying not to use actual names because that's where it really stems off from.
This is
and
true.
The whole night.
This is true. I mean,
because there are literally fucking chunks that you missed because of the fact that you don't want someone to be like, hey, I may know them.
Definitely. definitely.
So that's what he's trying not to do.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I'm going to say is...
watch your fucking back. Watch who you talk to and watch who you date.
Don't fuck up names, because some people get pissed about it if you fuck up a name from a TV show.
Oh,
okay?
God.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. You almost had me, like I had a kid in high school that... God. Mm-hmm. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I probably was about to channel, like, the three wise men. I was about to channel the three wise men and the seven deadly sins and the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Don't forget the Black Clover in this now.
I was definitely not gonna
not
channel the Black Bulls. No, that's cool. I don't need to channel that
right now.
But yeah, and then I don't know, the choirs of angels. There were too many people. That night was murder, because I was just sitting there like,
I'm dead.
Is it gonna happen?
Yes.
And if anything does happen, like, do I have to worry about somebody throwing themselves over like a rail or something? Like, that's how this is leaning. But getting back into, people throwing themselves over, Emma, you should watch that movie.
I don't know if I really want to watch it now.
Well, I mean, I feel like it went from that one movie I told you about where they're in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
The
one with the security guard?
Yeah, the one with the security guard, but where he trapped himself in the...
Oh, that psycho.
Yeah, he trapped himself in there because he, like, wanted to live the good life and wanted to reinvent himself as, like, actually working in the office, even though he went to prison. And then he slept with the lady because it was the one that he wanted. And then she found out, like, basically, like, he was trying to, like...
He set it all up.
Yeah, set it all up, which put her in a frenzy. And then he wanted to basically, like, kill her because of it. Because she was like, you need to shut up. It's called, like, The Dark Corner or something weird like that. But it went from that into, like, the Devil movie. Which I know I said that we weren't going to sit there and really talk about things not being slice of life. But that's what it went to, okay? Because they both have elevators.
I'm dead. No, but it does remind me of one thing, because you were talking about bullying in your last podcast.
Yeah, a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me of this one movie called Cyberbully.
Right.
With Emily Osment in it.
Yeah.
That shit is some just downright, like, mind-blowing shit.
Right.
Because it is slice of life. Kinda.
Hey, I would have taken that cyberbullying, whatever I experienced last night, I would have taken it as cyberbullying over being there in person.
Would you?
Any night, yes.
Do you remember that movie?
I just would have deleted it. Boop.
No, because that movie in general, like, that hit.
Yeah.
To the core.
No, I mean, I lived an event like that.
Oh, wow.
Well, me and Mike both kind of did, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it might not have been, like, to the exact same extent, but, that's some of the stuff. And as, like, we've talked about before, like, everybody kind of has a story, like, with cyberbullying. And a lot of people don't actually know because they're still, like, children on that it actually is illegal.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that because if somebody traces it back, like, you can get in trouble for it.
But no one ever does anything about it. That's the thing.
Well, that we know of.
Right.
That we know of. That's the sad part. Usually somebody will do something to themselves and in their lives and everything, and then something happens about it.
Right.
Which is the sad part. But sometimes the silver lining is they get caught before it's too far, and then the person is able to get help that they need.
Yeah.
Which is why in that episode we actually put the suicide prevention number in it and a bunch of other stuff. Nice. Because there are a lot of people that
are still going through
need help. Yeah.
Right.
So, and that's why, like, we try to be like an open book on our podcast to really let people know kind of stuff that we go through and really be a pinnacle for people that want to actually come in and talk to us about stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Mike always have an ear open. I mean, I know other people like that we hang out with and things like that have their ears open, and a lot of us are finally fine-tuned into, hey, if it's something that looks like it is going that direction and it's not behind a closed door that we can't see through,
Right.
then we'll say something about it.
Right.
But it makes it, I feel like, a lot safer, especially when you have people that have been through it and are strong enough to say, hey, you're strong enough to do it.
Yeah.
So I like kind of being an advocate for that, because we do have people that are still going through shit like that.
Yeah.
So now the good thing is, like I said, at least it's kind of just the text message parts and stuff. Like, it's still all bad, but whenever you have to face anything and go through like the 13 reasons why,
Oh God.
you know, where all of that was text message and then it gets physical and then it kind of spills over in other things, then we have problems, which is what I always feel like with that. And I mean, we do have more people that are getting certain ways like this, that it really, I think, leans on most of the time like sex, I think.
It is. Because because think about it. That's what we've all just been shown mostly is, oh, well, when you're in a relationship, you have to have sex.
Right.
When you talking to someone, you have to talk about sex or do some sort of sexual pleasure.
Right. And
Why the hell does it always have to be that?
The thing is it's also like the pleasure of the mind. Like, people that want to control somebody else.
Yep.
It's them getting off or getting their rocks off, you know, on being able to do that. Mm-hmm. Which is
the abuse and
right.
The mental abuse, just any of it.
You're right. Being able to control the person, things like that, which, you know, like I said, with the person, kind of how they were, like, I get you can say whatever you want, and that you can also kind of go from there and still say, well, I don't have to care about that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's also hypocritical. Like, you either say it is and don't back up or whatever, or you say it and you just move forward, or you don't say it at all.
Right. So,
and people that say, well, I'm not being my best person if I don't do things like that for you. Mm-hmm. Sorry to tell you. Anybody, and I do mean anybody, put in the right situation is going to knock somebody out. I'm just saying.
Oh, most definitely.
I don't know if all of us, you know, stop at pushes somebody over a railing.
Oh,
since we've been using that, you know. But, you know, I mean, anybody could be decked. So,
hey,
yeah, it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's time to do. It
you just had to.
It's time.
You just had to.
It's time to let it rip. Okay.
Not you use Beyblade.
I did use Beyblade. No, that's when we go all It Man on somebody and you just straight to the chin. That's it.
Oh God.
Then we Rocky Balboa that bitch. Okay.
So we're basically going to do like a Street Fighter 5 type thing.
I don't know. I mean, but I just it took me a second to hear what you said. Yes.
Like a Chun-Li kind of thing.
Street Fighter 5, Chun-Li, Cammy, Ryu.
I need a
Ken,
Laura on that one.
Yeah, Guile, Sonic Boom.
Guile, first of all, can go straight to fucking hell. I hate him with a passion. I hate him. I have a friend who plays him.
Oh my God.
And we, like, y'all, when I tell y'all, we used to do, like, Street Fighter 5 things, like, every Saturday. I would go live on Twitch or YouTube. Every Saturday, that's what it was. Me and my group on PlayStation. Every time.
Who nicks? Who call ups?
Right.
Who calls up for the next one?
Man. It's this one dude always played Gaia, or someone was always playing E Honda.
Oh my God.
Or what's that one? I always want to call them Ethan, but that's not their name.
Ethan.
No, this one doesn't have a gender.
I don't know. You know, I've been out of the Street Fighter game for
this one is genderless, and I don't remember their name.
Hey, I just want you to know, like, the last time I played like a game like that, might have been random. The last time I actually knew the roster of characters, there were only 8.
Oh God! You know they're coming out with a Street Fighter 6.
No.
Oh God.
No.
Yes.
No. I know the very first game had 2. I know the next game had 8. And then I know the game after that had 10. That's about it.
Oh my gosh.
Past that, you're going to have to quiz me on something else because there were too many of those. So
you need help.
Yeah. Samurai Showdown, Tekken, Soul Calibur. I mean, we got some good ones, but I'm just telling you, no.
No.
But, I like High Schooler Girl, and that one is kind of a slice of life as well, because they talk about video games from the 70s, 80s and stuff going forward.
Yep.
It is a good show. I do like it.
Okay.
So, ending on a good note, everybody should watch that one, because it is like when Street Fighter 1 comes out, where the buttons are actually the two big punch buttons.
Yep.
And you just had Ryu and Ken. It was like that, and then... with like a little bit of romance in it, talking about video games and stuff.
His name is Seth.
Seth?
His name is Seth. Well, their name is Seth.
Seth. What does Seth look like?
Seth is... Seth, is basically this genderless person.
Seth. It kind of looks like Vega.
I know, right?
Which is weird.
I know.
Are you sure they're genderless? Genderless?
Yes, they are genderless.
That's kind of weird looking.
I know, right?
Why are they gray?
I don't know.
Although this guy right here, this is the guy that I always laugh about.
That's Gil.
Yeah, I always laugh about Gil because I love how he's just completely red on one side and blue on the other.
Right?
I just want to be like, Gil, did you know you were the original Todoroki? From My Hero Academia, okay? You didn't have those powers, yo. But that's what it was going to turn into.
No.
Fire. Yeah, there you go. Then it can be like, Yoga Fire.
No.
Yoga Ice.
I'm done with you.
That wasn't a thing, but it is now.
Right.
People are going to be like, now they're going to petition, we need a new Street Fighter character that is based off of that, and he knows Yoga Ice, okay?
Right.
It's going to be like a combination of Dalzim and E Honda together because he's going to be like a big Inuit.
E Honda is annoying.
He's going to be a big Inuit guy. He's going to practice meditation and everything. He's just going to go yoga ice.
He's going to sit on you. That's what's going to happen.
He's going to sit on you, and then he goes yoga block. His butt freezes open. He just.
No one needs to see that. We're going to be emotionally damaged.
Emotional damage.
First you were, now we are. Oh my God.
Always.
No.
And then when you play him, you can sit there and you'll be like one of the first people get to play him. Then you could, I will send you to Jesus.
Don't be like this. I'm deceased. I'm dead. You're done.
I don't know how we got on this topic, but hey,
I don't know either.
well, I guess like we can relate it because people can dress up as these characters, cosplay, real life. There you go, LARP.
Has anyone ever done LARP here?
Probably.
I have never.
I don't know, but that's live action,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Live action role play.
Because they went over it in what was that one show on Disney? Charlie? Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, okay.
The big sister was going out with somebody and they did LARP.
They have a LARP one in the episode of Gravity Falls. And I only know this because I'm covering Gravity Falls, right? They have one called Dungeons, and More Dungeons.
Oh, yeah.
And Zeus actually plays it, but it's not LARP. It's like CBLOPR or something. I was like...
Yeah.
What did you say? That's too much.
Zeus was kind of weird.
Oh, man. He's a good character.
Yes, but he's so weird.
He's a good character.
Why does he look like a hamster?
But we can't talk about that because it's not slice of life.
True.
Yeah.
Actually, this part is slice of life where someone looks like a hamster.
Is it? I don't.
He looks like a freaking hamster.
Does somebody else look like a hamster?
Yes.
In real life that you know?
Probably not. I don't remember. I probably kicked him out my mind.
Oh no. I'm sorry. Whoever looks like a hamster in real life, I
don't mean to offend.
You've gotten kicked out, and Carli has sent you to Jesus. Now take a moment to experience that emotional damage, okay?
Man, I had to kick him out because I was like, I'm not going to hell today.
Because they look like a hamster?
Yes.
Like,
you know,
is that a thing?
I'm sure somebody does.
What about people that are like in shows, like they're the minions or whatever, and they look like things? Like, they're real people, you know, but they're like some kind of quote unquote demon curse, like, you know, and it's really slice of life, like Fedo.
What were you thinking of?
Edo. But the feudal heir.
Yep.
You know, feudal heir in Edo. You know, where they have like those characters, and it's like, oh, you know, this guy, his mom must have slept with a demon. It'll just be like, she slept with the guy that looked weird, and then he comes out looking like a frog, and you're like, and then you see another big burly guy, which is what we call bears now.
Oh, okay, bears.
Yeah, bears.
Oh, okay.
Bears, bears, okay. Yogi.
No, not Yogi.
Yogi Bear. You know, but we have stuff like that. Yeah, we bear bears. But we have stuff like that, you know, where it's just kind of like, what? Why does that person look that way? You know, or
and you're really sitting there trying not to judge people, but it just happens.
Or like when people are like fish face, you know.
Oh
stuff like
God.
That. They got a horse face. You know, you got stuff like that that's just kind of, it's really out there. But you know, like, even though like people say that to be mean and whatnot, whenever you watch it in some of these animes, then it really is like that.
It is.
So
then you're sitting there like, okay, I feel better.
Right. I feel better that I know that that's exactly what that looks like. That person does not look like that. But that thing over there in this anime, that looks that way, okay?
Right.
But, you know, going back to our cyberbullying stuff or whatever, yeah, it needs to stay in the fucking anime, okay?
Right.
Not that person. You take it off.
Exactly.
Unless you're some kind of crazy psychopath like I had to experience last night, and then straight to hell is where you can't go. Just saying.
At this point,
because that was scary.
At this point, do I need to go to the movie Fantastic Beasts and get like this thing to get your memories?
Probably. I feel like everybody that listens to this podcast, including me and you and Mike, obviously, because he did the advertisement.
Yep.
Even though he's not here, you know, he's part of the advertisement. But anybody that listens, we probably all are emotionally damaged now and probably need to go see a psychologist or somebody like that. Yeah. Someone
with a professional degree.
Yes. And then we need to go see like a spiritualist, because then we got to get cleansed.
Oh God. Matter of fact, you know who our spiritualist is going to be?
Brandon.
The fucking beach.
I don't want to go to the beach.
Why not?
Because then you're going to make me think of my joke where I go, that beach. And then I'm going to be like, what if that girl just got summoned in like Beetlejuice? Oh, God. Oh.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'll be like, that beach. And then there she is. And I'm like, oh. Emotional damage all over again. I thought I was over this shit.
Oh, God.
So, well, I mean, you know, the good thing is, even though I found out that my friend that got her, this person there or whatever, that I don't have to worry about it because they don't want to talk to them anymore. But then at the end of the night, they told them that they still want to
They still want to talk
to me. And I was like, well, I'm glad that I'm like that cool for people to want to come back and talk to.
But not her.
But I don't want to cover some crazy yos.
Not her.
So, I can't even be cheery now. Cheerios ain't cheery no more. They're going to have to be scarios.
You know what you're going to need? Some Fruity Pebbles.
Jesus.
Some Fruity Pebbles and Jesus.
That's what we all need at this point. Fruit Pebbles and Jesus. We might need more cereals. You know, we might need one of those big plastic bowls.
Oh, where you mix them up?
Yeah, where you mix like 8 cereals together and be like... And then at this point, like, I feel like I probably need like 30, so I don't even need a bowl. I need a hot tub of like, cereal. And,
you need a real tub.
And then we'll just throw that bitch away because I'm not good cleaning it up.
That's going to be the most grossest milk after. It's going to be brown.
Because all the cereal?
Yes.
It might
be black.
It might just turn black. You know, I got to watch the demons out of me after that.
It came out of you into the cereal. Into the cereal, okay.
Into the thick of it? Into the cereal.
I'm dead.
Into the cereal. And then I can open a store for a limited time and sell dark cereal to people.
I don't think we want your reused milk.
You never know. People might be like, yes.
They might collect it.
Yeah, they might be like, there's demons in there. I need some of those.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, I'm going to just tell them, don't go in there.
Don't
go in there.
Don't go in there. Now, would you just like a bowl or would you like to take a dip? Okay.
Don't even do that.
A bowl will be $50. A dip will be $500.
Or do you want to splash?
Oh, splash.
Just take their fingers and just splash.
No, there's no free samples here. They're paying for it.
No, they're paying for that.
They're paying for it either way, in money and with their soul. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay.
Sounds like Soul Eater.
Could be.
Okay.
Could be.
But
So anyway, we've had a good chat here. How was it? Have you ever recorded before?
No.
Okay. So I should have asked that at the very beginning.
You should.
But now that y'all know, Carli has never recorded before, so this is her first time. Good graces. Now, how did you enjoy it?
I actually did enjoy it.
That's
I've
good.
actually been thinking about a podcast anyway, but like I knew you and Mike were talking about it and whatever else. And
hey, well, my brother just did one, the last week that people listened to.
Yeah.
And so maybe you and him need to go on one together.
oh God.
And everybody else that I do, we'll just throw everybody that I talk to into a pod together. Be like, why are there 30 motherfuckers here?
Right.
And we'll just go from there,
Right.
But
That'll be the best podcast ever.
oh my God. Everybody will start jumping on each other. I mean, I feel like 2, 3, maybe 4 depending is a good number, but when you have 30 people and it's like,
Dude,
who's going to say something next? Then I feel like you do have a cyberbully in your hands because somebody, say something! Say something!
We're all going to be jumping on each other like, shut up. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
We don't talk about Bruno!
We don't talk about Bruno.
And then somebody goes, don't you be a Bruno, okay? That's going to have to happen. We're going to have to go full Disney on that.
Oh,
one.
God.
Full Disney.
No.
You can't even say real words anymore. Why not? Well, technically they are real words, but it's all phrases that have to come from a Disney movie, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, just let it go, okay?
Oh, God.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how it's going to end up turning out. Yeah, people are going to need the heart of Shih Tzu or whatever it is in Raya, and go from there, okay?
They're going to need something.
Yes, because, you got a friend in me, doesn't stand up to you're the best of friends, okay? So, and that's why we let it go.
Right.
But, yes.
Yeah.
And then, and then we experience Frozen 2, where some people may cry. Which...
Didn't they continue with that whole Frozen thing?
Yeah, with Frozen 2?
Yes.
Well, I had to say that because it was funny because my ex told me that she watched it with somebody and they cried. And that was my joke to her all the time. I was like, oh, are you going to cry when you watch that?
Oh, God.
She's like, it's so sad. I go...
Where?
It's less like good than some of the other stuff. Like you give me like The Good Dinosaur or some of the other ones like that's a tearjerker right there. But you can tell me Frozen 2, that ain't the move, yo. That is not the move. So
you just had to go back in time with Dinosaur, huh?
Yeah, Good Dinosaur. I might start crying right now. So anyway.
But like doing the podcast with you, great.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. That's good, We
should have done this a long time ago.
Mike had one that he did with somebody, and Mike told me it wasn't that great. Like, Mike's pretty open about it.
I wonder how open he'll be about this one.
That he did without me, and so it's really funny because, I have some other people that will listen to the show and tell me how well they did. So I know, like, there's going to be another person that will comment and say, hey, man, that show was pretty good, too. And I think it's really funny because of how me and Mike mesh. And everybody's like, y'all are a perfect pair. And then when I hear people go, oh. And then I feel like I'm kind of like a whore because they're like, dude, you could podcast with everybody, okay? And I'm like, don't say that. I don't want to be a hoe.
See what I need to do?
They're going to be like, you podcast hoe. Watch. That's going to be my moniker from now on. Jingraves. podcast hoe.
Oh God. No, what I need to do is actually like vibe with you and Mike together.
Oh God.
How do you think that's gonna go? Because I already vibed with Mike anyway.
I don't know. I mean, because the thing is, like I said, it's really good when two people vibe. You can play off of each other. When you get three people, it might be too many chefs in the kitchen, okay?
I'm just standing by.
We might have to be like, what is it? The little kid that's like, listen, Linda, listen. And then
this thing.
Yeah, and then somebody goes like the other little girl, he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out on TV and he'll kick my ass. And then, some other little kid one, which is probably like little kids that like run into stuff without knowing.
Oh no, the table.
Or no, it's gonna be Charlie. Oh, Charlie bit my finger. That's the dynamic.
Ow, Charlie.
Yeah, that's the dynamic. All three of those mixed together. That's what it'll be. So
no.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a good time. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So maybe people will be like, are y'all gonna have her back on?
Right. Look, maybe I need to start something on my own on that point.
Right. And then we'll just kind of funnel over to you.
Yep.
So tell us your links.
Okay, so all of my links are Carli's Corner. That's on Instagram. I almost said Twitter. I don't have a Twitter though.
Don't. It's toxic.
I'm not.
Yeah, we don't talk about Twitter, okay? We don't talk about Twitter.
So you got Carli's Corner on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Did I forget one? I feel like I did.
Discord?
No. Sadly, we don't have a Discord yet. Yet.
I have no idea.
Only because I don't.
Instagram, TikTok, what was the other one?
So you got Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube.
Oh, Twitch. Yeah.
Twitch. There you go.
There it is. It was that's all it was. So I'm Carli's Corner on just pretty much about anything.
Right. So guys, stay tuned for that. Mike will post links down below because I am pretty dumb to that stuff. And Mike will do it. So at some point he will get those links in there, probably before the show is done. And
thanks for having me though.
Yeah. So have you listened to our show before?
I actually have listened to like a couple of them.
Okay. About to say, because usually like Mike asks me like anybody that I invite on if they listen to any shows, and he's like, if they listen to one, it's okay. And if not, he's like, don't invite them on at all. He goes straight Zuko.
But see, we've had this conversation before because I mean, I told you I would listen to it.
Right.
And I actually listened to like, a couple at the first time.
Yeah. And
then I got other people to actually listen to it at work.
Right. Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because, you gave me your cards.
That's right. Fuck. I'm glad I cut my hair.
Right.
Where's this guy at? There ain't no white guys down here with ponytails.
Right.
Can't be here.
No.
I'm looking for somebody named Jen. Yeah, there's nobody down here.
Right.
I'm incognito. Incognito. Nobody will know at work.
No.
Mike can't get away from his. Like, I'm still waiting. Like, if he tries to like shave his beard, it's gonna be a bad day.
Oh God.
Because Mike does not. Mike looks like a foreign invader on that one.
Oh God.
If he shaves his beard off, you're like, who the fuck are you?
So you're gonna be like those kids who be like,
yes.
When dad, shaves the beard or shaves their hair.
Yes.
You just start crying.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Oh God.
So since you listened to the show, you want to end it for us?
I don't.
You can't remember how to do it?
No.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, I'll do it then. Well, guys, go check out Carli on her links that will be dropped down below by Mike. And, hopefully Mike will be back soon. I don't know how many extra shows. I got some other shows in the pot that are brewing, so it all depends and comes down to Mike and what he wants to throw out and if they will be put out or not. Mike likes to take a sabbatical every now and then. But Sabbatical. I love it. I love that word. I would use it all the time if I could. Except it's really bad because who wants to be like gone all the time?
Right.
But check out that. Check out our future shows coming down the drain. Obviously, you guys are going to love this one as well as all of our other shows that we have coming down the drain pipe and everything else that will come down the drain pipe in the past. Go check out those past episodes. But as always, guys, we will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching. And again, go check out Carli.
Yeah.
She's one of my good friends. And I will catch you guys later.
Bye.